Hello, future engineers. There is a video in mathematics, particularly in algebra. So these are quiz problems in algebra. I would like to share this with my students and to those who will come across with this channel. So if for p of x equals 2x to the fifth minus 4x to the fourth plus x cubed minus 2x squared minus 3x plus 6, the number of positive real roots is, so the number of positive real roots is the number of variations in signs without solving the polynomial or the equation. So that is first, second, third, fourth. So there are 4 or 2 or 0 positive real roots. Now, since these are the possibilities to determine the actual number of positive real roots, so there are 5 expected roots. We use synthetic division to find one of the roots so that after we can reduce this to 4 degree, then using your calculator, high-tech calculator, we can find the other roots. So that is by synthetic division. The number of negative real roots, by the way, is here we replace x by negative x and it is 1. So this is true. There is only one negative real root, but these are the possible positive real roots. So applying synthetic division, so the possible roots are factors of 6 divided by factors of 2. So we begin with the smallest. So 1, let's try 1. Factors of 6, one of the factors would be 1. And for 2, 1 also. So 1 over 1 is 1. So by synthetic division, we bring down 2 times 1, so 2. Then negative 2 times 1, negative 2. Add negative 1 times 1, negative 1, negative 3. Negative 3, add negative 6, so negative 6. So this is 0. So that means 1 is a root. The remaining terms of the polynomial would be 2x to the fourth minus 2x cubed minus x squared minus 3x minus 6. Then equate to 0. By your high-tech calculator, we find the other roots as the following. So that's the meaning of these remaining terms of the original polynomial after we found one of the roots, which is 1. So using your high-tech calculator, we find the following roots. 2, negative 1, and plus minus 1.225i. So therefore, there are just 2 positive real roots. So the answer is 2. Then for the next problem, for p of x, same polynomial, the product of the roots is, so without solving, the product of the roots is equal to the constant term of the polynomial divided by the coefficient of the highest degree term. So remember from quadratic equation, it is constant c over a. So in this case, we apply this concept. Constant, which is 6 divided by coefficient of the highest degree term 2. So the product of the roots is 3. Also, since this polynomial is the same as this and we already found the roots, you get the product of the roots, and it is indeed positive 3. Next, how many 2-digit numbers can be formed from the digits 0 to 9 if the digits can be used only once? So we analyze this by fundamental principle of countings. We just draw 2 horizontal bars for the possible assignment of the digits here. So take note, this is the first digit, and the digits possible to be assigned here would be from 1 to 9 only. 0 is not included because it will not be, there's no 2-digit number where it begins with 0. So 1 to 9, so there are 9 possible ways in the first. Since we already assigned 1 here, including 1 to 9, then here there will be 9 digits left. 0 may be considered now here, but we already assigned one digit here. Since the digits cannot be repeated, so there are also 9 ways to assign a digit here. So 9 times 9 by fundamental principle of counting is 81. So there are 81 two-digit numbers that can be formed from 0 to 9 without repeating the digits. Then 4, when the function f of x, ax cubed minus 3x squared plus bx minus 4 with integer coefficients divided by x plus 2, the remainder is negative 34. When it is divided by x minus 2, the remainder is 2. So what is the value of b? So applying remainder theorem, so negative 34 equals 8 times negative 2, the root cube minus 3 times negative the assigned value of x is negative 2 for the first condition. Negative 3 minus negative 3 quantity negative 2 square, then plus b times negative 2 minus 4. Simplifying that equation, that is 4a plus b equals 9. Then when divided by x minus 2, so meaning to say the value of x is 2, the remainder is 2. So 2 equals 8 times 2 cubed minus 3 times 2 square plus b times 2 minus 4. And if we simplify that, that's the same equation. 4a plus b equals 9. So it's just like there's one equation. And you are already experienced with this. Even if there is only one equation and there are two unknowns, which technique should we use? Diopantin's equation. That is, we set up formula for a, then assign value of b until such time that a will be whole number, because it is mentioned here that the coefficients are integer coefficients. So a is quantity 9 minus b over 4, and that happens when b is 1. When b is 1, a is 2. So it is an integer. For the rest, it is not a whole number with the given choices here. So it is a is only a whole number when b is 1. So therefore the answer is b is 1. Then finally, a man fires a target 420 meters away and hears the bullet strike 2 seconds after he pulled the trigger. An observer 525 meters away from the target and 455 meters from the man heard the bullet strike the target 1 second after he heard the report of the rifle. So find the speed of the bullet in meters per second. So let's have the drawing of the situation. So we have the man, the target, and the observer. The distance with the target is 420 meters away. The observer is 525 meters from the target and 455 meters from the man. So when the man pulled the trigger of the rifle, this is the speed of the bullet. So the bullet travels that distance 420, and distance travel time, by the way, is distance over average speed of the bullet. Then the sound travels back. That's the speed of sound, v sub s, for a distance also of 420. So for that situation, for the man, he heard the sound 2 seconds, in 2 seconds. So therefore, travel time of the bullet to the target plus travel time of the sound back to the man is equal to 2. That is 420 over speed of bullet plus 420 over speed of sound equals 2 seconds. Call that equation 1. For the second setup, the observer heard that bullet hits the target 1 second after he heard the report of the rifle. So that is, for the bullet, it travels that distance, and we have travel time there. We have travel time until the observer hears the bullet hits the target. So therefore, 420 over speed of bullet plus 525 over speed of sound is equal to travel time of the sound when the observer heard the report of the rifle. So 455 over speed of sound plus 1 second, right? So he heard the bullet hit the target 1 second after he heard the report of the rifle. So that is 420 over V sub B plus 525 over V sub S equals 455 over V sub S plus 1. So work on these two equations simultaneously and you get V sub B equals 525 meters per second and V sub S 350 meters per second. So that's it for this video. The rest of the problems, uh, some of you were able to solve them, so I will not share that with you anymore.